Hi there, this is Joshua the Zealot coming at you today. Hi, how you doing? So, I just did a video about MGTOW and finding a Christian woman, and I wanted to talk specifically about MGTOW and why it can or cannot be biblical. Now, according to Scripture, men can have as many wives as they want, whether it be 0, 1, or multiple. Women, on the other hand, need a husband. According to Scripture, it's the only way, like, one of the biggest sins in the last days is that women refuse to submit to men. And the only way to get rid of this sin is to marry a man, and multiple women have to marry one man. So in that way it becomes like a form of welfare. Okay, so is MGTOW righteous? It is. It's fine because men can have they can have no wives if they want. However, if you are a believer in the MGTOW movement, you have to make sure that you check your libido at the door. That means no like lusting after other men's wives, not watching pornography. If you have your libido under control, then totally live that kind of lifestyle. However, if you have any kind of libido and you do have a natural affection towards women, then you should probably get married. Now, what kind of woman should you have? Well, it should be a righteous woman. And one of the reasons that polygamy exists is so that righteous women can find a righteous husband. And if there is a righteous husband, they can marry them because they're not supposed to be of their own authority. Women are to be the helpers of men and not to be by themselves. They're supposed to build a family unit. They're supposed to have a husband, bear children, raise those children in a godly household. Christian women that do not submit to a husband are basically sinning. And the only way to get rid of that sin is to marry a godly man. Just how it works. Sorry to say that. So, MGTOW, is it? So, there are not enough godly men that are willing to marry. I don't know of any godly men that believe all Scripture. So it kind of sucks for those single women out there that are looking for one. But if there is at least one, then that means that these godly women can marry that one, and they would have to do it in a polygamist way. And so, yeah, MGTOW. So anyway, yeah, that's my thoughts on MGTOW, specifically about how, is MGTOW biblical? It can be. But I don't think the majority of men today manifest MGTOW in a godly way. I think most of them are taking care of business without the need of a commitment or just a woman in general. So anyway, those are my thoughts on MGTOW and whether it's biblical or not. And the purpose, I believe, of marriage and polygamy as a form of welfare, at least one of them, because there's multiple, like having tons of kids and leading righteous examples and setting up a foundation of love and faith and building a culture of righteousness. Anyway, I digress. But anyway, I am the Zealot, and you can follow me on Facebook. If you look up, I think it's if you can find me on Facebook with I think it's you can find me on Patreon at Joshua Easternhouse. You can find me on YouTube at Joshua Easternhouse. And you can find me on Twitter at J Easternhouse. Yeah. I love God because I love virtue, justice, and salvation. You guys have a nice day. Bye. Wazza!